So I did not grow up with exposure to a lot of different varieties of foods. I think my family's eating style could best be described as like vanilla, red-blooded American, if you will. And when I went to college, it was kind of a culture shock. And I made a group of friends my first week of school, and they would always be up my ass about going to get sushi. And I'd always be like, raw fish sounds disgusting to me. I'm not gonna go get sushi. And after so much pressure and a presentation on the fact that not all sushi contains raw fish, and that there were in fact options for me if I was truly against eating raw fish, which I was at the time, we all went to a sushi restaurant with the one mission of getting me to try sushi for the first time. It should go without saying that I didn't know how to use chopsticks, and they all could, so that made me feel like shit about myself. But we sit down and they go, okay, you're going to order something called a California roll. This is the least offensive sushi roll that has ever existed, and if you don't like this, something's wrong with you. So I get the California roll, I take a bite, and that was the moment that my life changed. I was like, holy shit. Food can taste like this? There is food accessible to me at any time that I can eat that tastes like this? Changed my life. I started eating dining hall sushi. I would eat gas station sushi, grocery store sushi. I did not care. I just wanted to eat sushi. And to this day, if sushi has one fan, it's me. So that was my first experience trying something that was a little different from what I had previously, been exposed to. A few years later, I'm living in an apartment with a girl and her family comes to visit. And in such a lovely gesture, they invite me to go out to dinner with them. And I go, and we end up going to an Indian restaurant. And I've never had Indian food in my life. I don't know what any Indian food is. And I was really nervous to try it. There were no Indian restaurants in my hometown. So we walk in and, I'm honest about it and I say, I've never had Indian food. I'm so happy to try it. But what would you suggest for a beginner? A first timer, if you will. And they suggest chicken tikka masala, which now that I know a little bit more about Indian food was absolutely the correct thing to suggest. And so I order it and I eat it and my brain explodes. Once again, I have the sensation of I've never had food before. It was so compelling. It set my heart on fire in the best way possible. I couldn't believe I had lived that long without ever trying chicken tikka masala. Blew my freaking mind. That family is actually also credited for exposing me to Jersey Mike's. I had never had Jersey Mike's before, and now it's my favorite thing in the whole wide world, and I never shut up about it. And I have a coffee mug and a hat and everything because it's my favorite. But the first time I ever had Jersey Mike's was at this girl's house too. So actually I owe this family a lot. I owe this family so much. But anyway, as I've gotten older, I've just really appreciated that there has been this community surrounding me that understood, my sheltered lifestyle, where I came from, and instead of shaming me for it or just leaving me out of things, they just made me come and they helped me to find what I would like. And now Indian food and sushi are like two of my favorite foods and I eat them all the time. I can't imagine my life without them. I owe these people so much. I owe them everything. And now I'll try anything. Doesn't mean I'll like everything, but when I go to a restaurant, I'll try something. I'm actually kind of fearless when it comes to food now. I consider myself to be an adventurous eater. Nobody would have said that about me 10 years ago. Anyway, I'm very proud of it. And I'm very thankful to all the people that have guided me on my journey.